Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the pristine, untouched wilderness of the Calmlands. Yeah, we had oats in there because we got oats up in the mill, haven't we? That's an easy way to see that. Actually, we can go in here and we can have a look at the mill because it is getting through it. We have oats up there slowly turning into flour, which is fantastic. And once the mill has finished grinding up all of those oats, we will then be able to sell the flour. We'll do that when the price is good for them. We're not just going to go and do it right now. The crop that we're going to do, so I'm basically using the same rotation that I'm using in the time-lapse series, which is wheat, canola, corn, oats. So we've done oats, wheat is next, and we're going to do canola in the big field over there, although I was wondering about doing beans in there, because beans are apparently worth more, even though you get a higher yield from canola. I was wondering about doing beans, although canola we can turn into oil, and you can get a nice lot of money out of the oil if we take all of that up to the mill, so maybe that's the way to start. Depends if we can afford to buy pigs early on. That's something, I'll tell you what, this is going to be the decider, isn't it? I know there's a lot of stuff. I probably already went and said that I want to do certain things, and then I forget in between doing different recordings. I don't want free-range pig pasture. I don't want to do that one. You've got to carry water to it. I don't really want to do that. So I'd like to do it using some of these. So, I mean, that one there with 100 pigs, that's really small pig pen there. That's 108 pigs. Then we've got something like that one there for 90,000 is 100 pigs. I actually really like that one. I actually really like this pig enclosure as well. I like everything about this one. This one's quite good. We'd have to level out the ground and everything for it, but I like that one a lot. That one there is 300 pigs. That would be quite cool. That one's the 400 pig one that I would really like. I don't want the... Well, possibly I'd go with this one here. It's 200 pigs. That one is 324. It's a very specific number, isn't it? I don't know why they've got that number. 50... That's 50k for that one. The pigs are all indoors. So it's more of an intensive unit. I don't particularly like the idea of that, I'll be honest. This one is also a bit of an intensive unit. Pigs are all inside, but it's a bigger unit. They've got more room to at least move around. 50 grand again. That might be a good starting off point. We go for the 50,000 one, and that can start us off on the path to pigs. I think that would be quite good. There's some other bits as well that I would like to get. Factories, I hope I've actually got it installed on the map. Animal food factory right there. Not this one. Some of them have odd recipes for the animal food. I don't like the odd recipes. A lot of these ones, you can see there's no input for wheat or barley. And that just feels wrong. It feels a bit cheaty, to be honest. I don't like it. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to be using that for making the animal feed, the balanced pig food. But there is one that I've seen that does actually do balanced pig food, so that we don't have to just like guess and put it in ourselves. Fertilizer. You find it. That's the one right there, pig food production. It's only 20,000. It's nice and cheap, which is good. I really like this. This one does the base game recipe, but it's the difficulty with the pig food is that you can't sort of pick and choose. Like, we can't just do wheat or barley. So we've either got to put it in separately ourselves and put it in small amounts here and there, and just kind of like be careful that we don't put in too much of one, so we can't put in the other crop. We want to get all of them in. Or we use something like this one. And this one's got 3 separate recipes in it, and some quite good options in there. So if you want to give like loads of potatoes, you've also got to put in sorghum and soybeans, which are a bit more expensive to produce, the bulk of the diet is potato, but then you've also got to put in the expensive soybean and the expensive sorghum to kind of make up for that, to balance it out. And the mod author does actually say that. It's deliberately done to balance it out a little bit, but you can use a lot more potatoes in it. And so there's a couple of different options. I like this one a lot, and this is probably one that I would want to install. So there's 20 grand to go and put that one in. I think that's something that we should definitely be looking at doing. So I think that's what we're going to work towards. Let's pick you up if I can. And is getting the pigs going as quickly as we can, and using a pig food mixer going with it as well. Right, I think that's everything loaded into there. Let me take these straps off and put them back on again. Then I'm just going to switch over to this one. Everything has been planted in the field there now. We have now got oilseed radish planted in all of our fields, or both of our fields. We're going to buy more land. I am not going to be buying any more machinery until we have got a couple more sheds in order to be able to put them in. September is tomorrow. I was thinking that I might stick with 1 day per month, because I actually quite like the challenge of that. It is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, especially if we start getting rain and stuff. It's going to make it a bit more interesting, I think. Let's just move forward there a little bit and stop. Actually, let me just double check my options and make sure I have got that. No, it's not here, is it? Be this one. Right, I've gone ahead 2 days per month. I'm going to put that back down to 1 day a month, like that. Go back in here. Right. We'll leave that on a day a month. And I think that could present an interesting challenge here at times, because 1 day a month is not going to be an easy thing to do all the time. There's going to be some things that we're going to struggle a lot more with, and other things that we're not going to struggle with anywhere near as much. So, like, I think it's going to result in a nice balance to make things a little bit more difficult. I think 2 days a month, whilst it's a really good idea having 2 days a month, I think it's also going to reduce the challenge for us, because, you know, if we get some wet weather, it means it's going to be very difficult to get things harvested in time. And, you know, little details like that, that's kind of what I like about it. Listen to him roar. Listen to him roar! Oh, that's quite impressive, actually. I like this. So our first target is to buy not only the piece of land in that corner there, but we also want to buy a new trailer. We will sell this trailer and we'll buy an auto-load log trailer. We've got everything else that we need in order to be able to load logs. Go. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, let's see if we can get out onto the road before we get any more traffic coming whizzing on around. I like the sound. This tractor does sound pretty cool. It is a little bit loud, but I actually quite like the roar of it. It's quite a satisfying sound, that one is. I like this one. It's not the... I mean, I was going to say it's not the fastest tractor, but... at 43k is still pretty good. That's not a bad speed on the road, really, when you think about it. That's not too bad at all. Let's bring you in here. So I'm thinking if we can buy that piece of land, that's going to cost us 70,000, so we need another 10 grand, and then we want to be able to buy an auto-load log trailer. I think that's close to 40,000. So it is expensive, but that will then give us access to being able to shift the logs just a little bit quicker, rather than having to painstakingly load each and every one with the front loader here. Now, I got no problem with loading them with a front loader. It's just the amount of time that it takes, and there's only so much that you're going to want to sit and watch me doing that. So I figure that, you know, it would probably be a good idea if we start to move on and do things a little bit faster. So I'm going to... what is it? Just double tap Alt, I think. Yeah, there we go. Right. Double tap Alt, and then we can start doing this. Shut him in Yeah, that one there is 900 kilos. Chuck you in. This one is 938, 939. I thought that one would have been heavier, to be honest. There we go. Superpowered me. Them over a little bit. A bit more like that. There. Just ignore the fact that the tractor is lying on its side. Right, completely ignore that for a moment. We're selling the timber. So going on previous experience with selling these loads, I'm going to say that we've got about 15,000 euros right there. And 14,286. That's not bad. That's just enough money to be able to buy the piece of land that we want. So I need to put the tractor the right way up. That's... You can ignore the fact the tractor is lying on its side. That doesn't matter because... How am I supposed to do this? The reason that it doesn't matter is because... Right, if I do that... There we go. Right. I'm using the super strength mod in order to be able to, like, do the unloading. And we're just saying that it's the yard doing the unloading. So that didn't actually happen. That was just a figment of your imagination and never really took place. So we now have 72,000 euros. So then if we go back into here and we take a look at the one crucial bit of gear that we're going to want to get, which is the small log auto-load trailer. That one costs 40,000 euros. Plus, on top of that, we have to have a dolly to go with it, which would be there. And just that one on its own might not be enough. We might need something a bit bigger, although... No, that's the Phoenix series. I don't want that one. Honestly, I'm not sure which dolly would be best. I would guess, actually, because like this one here... Yeah, I don't think that's what we want. That's for different types of things. I think actually we do want that one there. So that's 9,000 for that one. And then the forestry equipment here, we've got the timber runner auto load is 39,000. Wheel setup, configuration standard plus trailer hit. Well, that just gives us the ability to put a second one on the back, which we don't actually need. Trollborg, that gives us the wide tyres. We would want those because we're off-road, so we have to spend that extra little bit of money. That's 40,000 plus the dolly. We need 50 grand. We need 50,000 euros to be able to get that, and that's not going to be a quick, easy thing to go and get. We might have to wait until tomorrow. At least we don't have the loan to worry about anymore. Everyone said get rid of the loan. Like, every single one of you said, please, please, please get rid of the loan. It will spoil the series. Don't do it. So what I'm going to do... See what? Let's go here first. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to pick up any of the cartridges. Some of you said I should pick up cartridges in order to like pay off loan payments. I'm just not going to pick them up. We're not going to have that extra money coming in. So this one here is 70,600. So it's going to leave us with 2 grand, which is not a lot. That's not a lot of money left over. But we can buy it. That's the important thing. There we go. We bought that one. We've got 1,993 left over. Right there. Now, if I'm going to go and buy the auto-load logging trailer, I'm going to want to be able to get as much money as I can for anything that I've got lying around that I don't want. So we can get a rough idea of the things that we can sell in order to make that money. Now, the first on the list is that I could, in theory, sell the mower and not do any grass. I've got quite a big chunk of grass up there. We could make some more field and stuff. In which case, I could get rid of the tedder as well. I won't get rid of the windrower. I'm not going to want to get rid of the baler or the bale loader. So it's literally just the mower and the tedder. So that's, between them, yeah, 16 grand. We would bring them up here so we get a little tiny bit more for it. 16,000 there. We got the low loader as well. That's another 12. So we're looking at probably close to 30,000 for that. And we need 50. So we need another 20,000. we got that one there to sell back. That would be 3,000. So that makes 17,000 still to go. Where could we get 17,000 euros? Can't get rid of the front. Can't get rid of that one. I've got a trailer. I mean, I could get rid of the baler. That means I can't bale up any straw. I can't do anything with it. That's a daft idea. We don't want to go down that road. I don't want to get rid of the trailer. I need 17,000 from somewhere. Huh, that's a dilly of a pickle, that one is. We do have the flour that's being made. When do we sell flour? January. Right, we've got to wait until January to sell that. We're not going to get very much selling flour. The other problem we've got is that we've now got very little money to go and do other tasks as well. Which is why we might be glad that we kept the mower. We can do a little bit more mowing and make a bit of money that way. We've got planting and ploughing and stuff like that to do, which is going to start using up some of our money. There's no two ways around that. It is going to start using up the little bit of money that we got left over. I can't sell this trailer right here until last minute. That's the last thing that we want to go and sell. So I'm thinking that I might do a little bit of mowing tomorrow. I've either got to do some mowing or I do some more logging. Now, we know that logging makes a decent bit of money, but I've been doing a lot of logging. I don't necessarily want to do too much more of that all in one go, because I don't want it to be, like, really dull for you. I need to buy more seed. I definitely don't have enough seed here. That's something that we are going to have to buy. Because I've got a seed drill kicking around, which we'll be able to use, and we'll be able to go and do our work with the seed drill. But I'm not going to be able to do anything else with it. I've got a bit of seed. I don't have enough seed to plant everything that I need to plant. Back up here. Right, I'm just going to shut the off there for now. And I want to have a look in here. So, canola tomorrow up in the big field. And wheat tomorrow in the small field. Those are the two crops that we will plant. Which means I need more seed. Because over here I've got fertilizer, which we will never use. At least I'm hoping that we never use it. And then we've also got lime, which we will want to use. But we don't have a lime spreader available at the moment. So we're going to have to leave the lime on the fields for another time. That one right there, I think we should sell. That's money that's depreciating in value. Let's sleep the night. We haven't slept any nights at all yet. So, no, I don't want to be in here. I can change my appearance at any time. It's a handy thing to know. Let's not do that for a second. We want to go and sleep. Let's go in here. It is September. It is the beginning of autumn. We've lost 100 euros in expenses overnight. We can go and plant. We can go and mow a chunk of this now that we own 6 as well. So we've got a slice of this one here that we can cut. Although everything is covered in weeds. So if we went to all the time and effort of doing that, we're really, really not going to get very much. And to be honest, I'm not sure that it's worth that time and effort. Like, we didn't get much at all coming off of the other field, and hay is 65. It does go up to 76 if we keep hold of it, but we got no storage anywhere to put it under cover, so we wouldn't really be able to do that either. Well, I suppose we do. We could put the machinery out in the yard for now. I'm just, by the way, I know I keep saying I'm not going to buy any more machinery until I get shed, and I'm talking already about buying an auto-load log trailer. I'm justifying that one by saying that I'll be getting rid of that one and that one over there at the bare minimum, so it's sort of going to be a replacement for those two. And I sort of figure, you know, that's how I'm justifying it. Alright? I know it's not much of a justification, but it's the one that I'm using, and it's the one I'm going to stick with. Now, let's just have a quick look on the map over here. So we got our fertilizer layer is done. That's ready to roll. So in here, needs rolling up there, and we need to ignore the lime. We don't have any lime. We got a layer of fertilizer up there. Remove the needs plowing. There's no fertilizer on here. So when this field here is plowed, because we had grass on there and we cut it, that put a layer of fertilizer on there already, and then we plow it. No, when we cultivate it, we cultivate in the oilseed radish. That will put a second layer in. That's going to be 2 layers of fertilizer on that field, which is actually pretty good. That's what we want. This one down here, unfortunately, is only going to have 1 layer. We're not going to have anything else that we can do at the moment. Just having pigs only generates a bit of compost, and this is an issue I'm having in the time-lapse series as well. If you want to do things organically, it's very difficult to get enough slurry and manure in order to keep all of your fields going. It's very, very difficult. I found that I needed a mod that creates compost. So I have sort of introduced a bit of balance to that one, because it was a 1-for-1 ratio of turning anything you put in there, it would rot into compost that you could then spread onto the field, and I felt that it shouldn't be. If you're going to rot something down, it needs to take up less space. So I did sort of put in a little bit of balance on that one, because it sort of seemed like the right thing to go and do. Now, I'm curious. I have 742 litres in here. The big field up over this way is going to be planted with canola. So we'll get that one started now. It's wheat, barley, oats, canola there. We'll run down through here. This one down here needs to be ploughed before we can do anything else, but I want to get the canola planted. We're on 1 day per season. So it has to be planted today. We've got no choice in that. Excuse me. I'm going to go to the shop and I'm going to buy a bag of seed and put that in. And then we'll come into the top gate of the field and we'll see how that works. We've got 3 pallets of flour right there, which we'll aim to sell later in the year. It's a little bit more money to go towards our auto-load log trailer that we want to get. Once we get the auto-load log trailer, cutting the trees down is nice and quick. Then loading the trees is going to be nice and quick. But we're 40,000 euros away from that target. So it will speed up the whole logging process. I just, you know, we got to get there. We got to reach that point, and that's something that, well, we knew this would be a thing anyway. So let's go to big bags. 800 there for a bag of seed. I only want 1 bag of seed at the moment, so buy that one. Yes, okay. That is 1,000 litres of seed. We've got just enough room in our seed drill to put that in. He's very light on the nose, this tractor is. He's got the power with it. He's definitely got the power with it. He's just very, very light on the nose here. Let's lower you down a bit and load that up. This is not going to help the situation with the tractor being light on the nose. Didn't want to press that. I wanted to lift. There we go. Yeah, doesn't help it at all, does it? Right. I will go into... I'm going to go around the same way that I did to start with the ploughing. So I'm going to go up the steeper hill. Purely because I want to see how good this tractor is going to be at pulling up that hill. I'm curious about that. See how that works out. And then... also, I'm curious to see if this does properly... work now, that because like it didn't work properly in the one over there, but I think that might have just been because we were starting off, and sometimes the starting textures on a map do strange things when like it doesn't quite do what it's supposed to do. So that's what I was putting that down to. Let's turn off that beacon a second. Also, I want to just see what that one's doing. I'm going to have a look in here. Oat flour. We've now run out of oat flour. We've got 5,000 litres of flour right there. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Let's deactivate you, so we're not paying out 960 per... Oh, no, 24 euros per month. That's all right. 15 oats into 19 flour. That's a good ratio, isn't it? Sorghum is 15 into 16. It's 15 into 19. It's actually better for oats. So, canola oil there. 2 canola makes 1 oil. Sunflowers 2 to 1. Olives 2 to 1 as well. There's nothing that you can do with beans in here. But the canola, 2 into 1. I mean, yeah, it's canola oil. So, the oil's not, like, as valuable as some of the others. How is this going to work? I really, really hope that this does actually direct drill properly this time. Really hoping this works. See. So start you up. Drop you down. Ah. It won't do it. Why won't it do it? It's supposed to be a direct drill combination. That's why we've got this combination. You're supposed to be able to put that because there's a power harrow at the beginning and then you cultivate afterwards. This is supposed to be a single pass operation. Isn't it? Am I missing something here? This is giving me... This one here, it's giving me like the joint combination of it, the HR 4040 and the Venta 4030, and it's not actually saying that it's a direct planting operation there. If I click on combinations of that, it's just giving me front weight collection in there. And if I go into the power harrows bit and you click on the HR 4040 right there, and then you go to combinations, it does actually send you then to this one here on its own. But I don't know where you would go and buy that from separately. So this is a 50,000 euro combination. And the reason that I was wanting to keep it is because I thought, mistakenly, it was a direct drill combination. I thought that it was a direct seeding option. It doesn't direct seed. So what we've got to do is we've got to unhitch. You've got to go round first and cultivate. Then you've got to hitch it back on again. And then you go round a second time and you plant. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's no good. That's not a good, that's not an option for us. We don't want that. And it's the same with this one. This does exactly the same, just slightly bigger. That is a direct drill. And so is that, but those are over 100,000 euros. There doesn't seem to be much in a way of direct drill options. These are all cheap options in here. What I'm thinking, I'm going to have a look through what my different options are here, but we've got 50,000 euros tied up in something that we... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.